of YouTube. I hope you're all doing alright. Massive thank you to everyone who's just started subscribing and started watching my channel. It's been immense in the last couple of weeks. Mainly in part to Stuart from Tutor UK, so massive thank you for mentioning me in his last video. Since then, like, the amount of subscribers I've had has just doubled, and I've had loads of views, more so than I would have ever expected. I only started this channel just to put a few things up that I've picked up and maybe chat to a few people, which thanks to your video I've got more people that I can chat with, so thanks. Cheers. So yeah, let's get straight back into the pickups then, I guess. That's what I suppose everyone's here for, really. So yeah, first things, I'll get these out of the way first, because probably boring a few of you. My 505 PS2 games. So first one I picked up is Party Girls. Looks like a bit of a girly game. Well, it is a girly game, but it's not for girls, I'd say. It's more for the prepubescent teenagers. It's all like volleyball and just scantily clad girls just doing some strange little mini games, really. 15 of them. So yeah, that's another one off my list. I don't know how I'm going to put all these. And then next one, another highly exciting game, INC. Are you ready to relive the naval battles of World War II? Highly riveting stuff, but oh, all complete and nice condition. Obviously everything off eBay, but not too bad prices. So with them two out of the way, that leaves me with two 505 games left to get for the PS2. Not the greatest of games. Two really cheap, crappy games, really. So I could get both, one for £25 off eBay right now and one for 20 quid off eBay right now, but that's not how I want to get my games. I want to get them like at least half the price of like the RRP, the standard prices that people pay for them on eBay. I mean, it's boring just to be able to just go on eBay, click and just get it for like a price. I'd rather have a bit of haggling, a bit of finding them in the wild, which getting a bit hard now for the 505 games. I don't think I've seen these ones out on the wild or anyone say that they picked them up on the wild, but there's still hope. I mean, I picked up a few the last week or so on the last video that I wasn't expecting to get, so that was quite impressive. Right, so next pickup I got right at the start of the week, month, I went on eBay and I saw a listing. I was really looking forward to it, so I was waiting for it to go. I put in a cheeky £2 bid and I won it for £1.20. So one of the cheapest things I bought for a while, and it's not something that they could have posted. So I travelled all the way to Blackpool to pick it up, which was about 30 miles travel for me. So a bit of travel involved, so it cost me a bit more than £1.20 in the end, probably about 15 quid altogether. But yeah, so without further ado, this is what I picked up. 68 Amiga magazines. Crikey, this is why you couldn't post them, because there's that many of them. It would just, I don't know, I don't think you could find a box that wouldn't fall through. The weight of them is incredible. So yeah, they're mainly all Amiga user, Amiga Action, Amiga Pro. They're all random. Amiga Pro, Amiga Shopper. So basically this is how I think when I was younger I never had like one allegiance to one magazine for the Amiga. It was basically what my dad bought, which I think at the time it was mainly Amiga format. But unfortunately none of these came with discs. But for me, I mean, a lot of these, I can remember having these when I was younger. I had like probably 3 or 4 times as many of these when I was younger. There was just all in the like what we call the computer room, which was the Amiga and like what we had the consoles out and stuff like that. But yeah, nothing too exciting coming through. I mean, there's the James Bond one. Oh, here's one coming up. That's one. So is that second Samurai, which I'm looking for the Megadrive. Oh, what's it called? One Step Beyond. UFO. Never really got into that game. Probably the most boringest ever image Street Fighter 2's ever received. Is that supposed to be Ryu? Doesn't look like that to me. But yeah. They keep coming. They keep coming. Oh. Yeah, so all this for £1.20 and obviously a bit of travel. Oh crikey. I'm not doing a good job of this. Oh yeah, Walker, that was another great game, that. Another Psygnosis game. Mortal Kombat. Not too sure what that one is. Apocalypse Now. But yeah, that's going to give me months and months of reading, so I'm looking forward to that. The only thing is, I don't know where to store it. I've been throwing up the idea of getting a magazine rack, so one of them spinning round ones, like they're having old newsagents, but obviously I can't really find one. I've found a couple, but they're like £200, which obviously I'm not just buying for magazines, but it'd be pretty cool to have, I think. So yeah, right at the beginning of the month, just before I went to Donny Market, I went to another car boot. I thought it was going to be the start of the car boot season. Couldn't wait, it was a lovely sunny day. Got there, the whole car boot was absolutely packed. And I just like, I spent more than I normally do at a car boot, because usually I take about £50 and then a couple of extra quid in reserve. And like, yeah, spent it all straight away. Yeah, actually, I'll go in two parts on that one, because the first bit was car boot fodder, and after that it got quite juicy, which I'll tell you at the end. So yeah, found this one guy, and he was just selling like so many Wii games, but there was all like doubles of things. So for some reason he had like free Mario Karts, free the Nintendo new Marios and everything like that, and a few other things. So I mean, I had most of them, but so most of it I went to trade fodder at CX. But this is one I picked up, one that I've been picking up and using for trade fodder in the past, but I don't know, I thought I'd pick it up this time, because I think the value of it has dropped down quite significantly now. So I thought, one to keep for me, and one that I've never seen at a car boot before, Pokemon Battle Revolution. Got a really nice shiny case for that. So I'm quite impressed by that one. It's not too bad, and all these were £1 each. So for £1, I got about, I've probably got about £100 worth of Wii games just for that one guy. From that one car boot day, I picked up so much from CX. So first thing, Skeleton Crew on Megadrive, and I'm quite impressed by that. Fully complete. The case is pretty nice. I mean, the stick looks like they've been trying to take it off, and there's a few sticks I need to get off myself. But the worst part about it is the label on the cartridge. But I mean, it looks, oh, nearly the wrong way around there. Still quite good condition and looks alright on the shelf. Well, once I do a bit of cleaning of it. So next up, from the actual store, picked up the Fable collector's edition, Fable 3. So this one's an upgrade for the one I already had. You put it through, and when he scanned it through, it was actually like £15, £15. And I was like, hang on, doesn't it say £10 on there? So they knocked the price down, so I was quite impressed by that actually. But yeah, it's really nice. Don't have many collector's editions for the Xbox 360, but I mean, to be honest, for the price that this probably went for, it's so much better than what they get nowadays. So in it you get all the normal Fable 3 good, like a map and everything like that, but it's in a black case, so I'm not sure if that normally comes like that. I'll have to look on eBay, but I'm assuming it would do. I don't know why they would change the case out for a collector's edition, especially because it's in such good condition anyway. But yeah, so it's got like a nice red lined insert there, and it's got like a secret drawer, which the guy knew about, but he couldn't find it. So in there you've got a nice metal coin, and pack of cards, which I'm not sure. I think they might have been being used, or they've checked them to see what's inside it. I'm not too sure, but yeah, the game probably cost me £1 this anyway, so I'm not going to grumble too much. So yeah, lovely addition. Right. Oh, this one's not from CX. This is an eBay purchase, and yeah, going from two 505 games, going from the terrible games. I've got another probably set lined up that I'm probably going to go for next for the PlayStation 2, which would be the Phoenix games, which I'm not too sure about because, like with the 505 games, there is a lot of good games in that set. Phoenix don't tend to have that many, and probably I already have the ones that are actually quite good. But this was quite notable because it's a big box PlayStation 2 game. And what do you get in this box? Just the game. So they was trying to obviously market it as something a bit more than it was. It's quite cool to have, and it was really cheap. I think it was like £5 posted off eBay. So I think you get like 15 different racing games. The box art on the back, the pictures on the back just look so low quality. So even though they made a big box, they didn't really do a good job of it. I mean, I probably would have picked that up when I saw that first time around. So yeah, so I was going into a few of the CXs with a bit of my trade credit, see what I could pick up, and next thing I picked up was Metal Gear Solid, the original, which it's got damaged spindles, and I think that's why he put it in the back there, so I might actually just leave it there like that anyway. But yeah, comes manual, not too bad condition, except for obviously the spindles at the front. It's not cracked, there's only a few minimal scratches, but yeah, it's one I've not got, and again, a nice double box game for my collection. Next one, I had a few attempts at getting this one. Felius on the Megadrive, because obviously this was a local pickup. This was on the internet. So at first when it came, it was all chewed up, all that ripped down the side and everything like that. But this one, it's come and no manual, but can't complain because again, if I'm taking in like trade fodder and I'm getting games for probably about a £5 that's probably worth about 30-40 quid, how can you grumble that it's not got a manual? That's the way I see it anyway. But I don't want them to look like they've been half eaten by my dogs. This one I'm not too sure. Is that faded? It looks a bit, I'm not too sure if that's faded or not. It looks a bit not quite as bright as what I would have expected, but the front looks smashing. I mean, it looks all lovely inside. It's just not got the manual, which obviously someone's probably half-inched. eBay, this is going so random. eBay purchase, Master System game, another one I had when I was collecting last time, one I never heard of when I was younger. But again, Master System, I'm thinking about going for just like the ones that I really want to play and the ones that I really remember is quite good. So I've had quite a few, well, I'm just started to get quite a few just recently, but again, this was like 20 quid posted, which I think is quite a good price because I'm sure that's what I paid a few years ago for this, and I would have expected this to have gone for quite more. It's like a Zelda on the NES clone. It's sort of better. It's like Zelda 1 meets Zelda 2, so you've got like the over the top levels and the side scrolling levels, but I don't know, Master System was a lot better than the NES, wasn't it really? Next up, a couple of well, one game that's an upgrade and one game that I've got because again, I'm a weirdo and I have these weird subsets, I have these weird conditions I like to meet in my collecting goals. I don't want to just collect everything, I just want to have like certain things. So with my 360, I like, I think I've mentioned this before, I like the slip covers. So this one's an upgrade. It is Red Faction, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's one of them lenticular covers, so it's quite cool, and it's sealed, which is even better. So again, I think that cost like £2 delivered on eBay, so you can't really grumble at that, especially when it's in such condition. And the next one, right, I also don't want to, as I said, I don't want to collect everything, so I have no like interest in sports, a lot of sports games like football or anything like that, so I don't tend to have any of the FIFAs or anything like that. So when I've been talking about lenticular covers to someone went, oh, I remember one that's got a lenticular cover. FIFA 14. Oh my goodness, now I've got a FIFA game in my collection. And so it's got a nice card sleeve and a lenticular cover on the steelbook. And it's the most pointless lenticular cover I've ever seen. It just looks terrible. It just doesn't look like there's no point for it at all. But it comes with all the rubbish, I don't know. But it's another one for my collection, and I suppose it's nice to add. It's my second football game because, and which one was it? The Konami football game. That one came with a cardboard cover as well, so I had to get that as well. But I think that was like £1 or something like that. Right, back to CEX pickups. Super Dimension Neptune versus Sega Hard Girls. Bit of a mouthful. There's quite a few of these on the Vita and the PlayStation 3. It's a very fan service based RPG. I don't know. I've never really played one, so I can't really tell you. But I probably will, to be honest. It looks quite interesting. It's got like Sega in it, so it must be quite good. The other one I wanted, which sold out on CX at the time when I went to go get this, was Super Dimension Neptune versus Zombies. I don't know. They all look quite interesting. I won't mind them. I like the artwork of them, and yeah, all these little weird games on the Vita. Love them. Next up, actually no, this wasn't from Japan, but won't be right without a Famicom game, Super Famicom game, Packing Time, which is like a platform game. I think this was out in England as well. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I pick up tend to be released Western as well, but they're about usually cheaper for the Super Famicom. But when you go to the Japanese exclusive games, the prices start going up a bit. So that's why I think most of my stuff is like multi-region, but I like it. It looks so much better on the Japanese boxes. I mean, look at that artwork. It looks beautiful. And back to eBay again. Another Japanese thing, but pretty cool. It's not a game, but it's game related. It is a, I don't know if anyone remembers these when you was a kid, but the Konami LCD game. I should have put some batteries in ready for it. The guy that was selling this, I've been watching it for about a year on eBay. I think he had it up for 50 quid to start off with, which is a bit expensive for this kind of a thing, really. I've got a couple. I've got a Contra one, Bucky O'Hare, and another one, can't remember. Not a Turtles one, which I want. But I've been watching this for a while because obviously it's Nemesis, it's a shooter. I love shooters. Nemesis is also Gradius. And yeah, so this was like new old stock that was like 50 quid, and then every time it didn't sell, you'd drop it down to 40 quid, 30 quid, and then I think I got this for just under 20 quid, which I think is quite good. But the only downside is no battery cover, which I can live with. I don't know how it's not going to battery cover when it's new old stock, because it's still got the, it's obviously never been played because it's still got the sticker on it that shows like what the action is in the background. So I don't know how that's happened, but yeah, nice add to my collection. My only one that's a Japanese one, that's because the English ones were in blister packs, and this one is obviously in a cardboard case, which I don't know, it looks like a Famicom game, I suppose. When you look at the back, looks like the original Famicom games, but just a bit bigger. So it's pretty cool. In fact, similar size to the Super Famicom, but not quite. Right. Next up, another one. Right, so this one, I got some vouchers for my sister for Christmas that I didn't pick up until like later on. in like last month because I didn't go back to see her until when I went to Leeds. So yeah, she gave me a voucher for Christmas, and I went on Amazon and I picked up this game, and it came, and it was Dutch. So I returned it, and because obviously I didn't want a non-English case, especially because all the writing on it was all, you could tell the title wasn't in English or anything like that. So I went on eBay, reordered it, and I found it for actually half the price of what I saw on Amazon. So yeah, that game is Cars 3. Well, this one is quite hard to get really. It's one of the later release 360 games, so it's not too difficult right now, but I think this is going to be quite hard later on. For the Wii U, this is one of the Grail games, I suppose. One of the ones that like cost quite a lot of money because everyone's just swallowed them up who's collectors rather than actual kids who want to play it for fun and enjoyment. Whereas I think 360, a lot of the kids are actually playing all these games still because it's cheaper than having a PlayStation 4 and stuff. Oh, and without realising, I've just segued into the next one. So another cheap. I can't believe how cheap this cost because it got shipped from I think China. Shadow of the Beast. So this is, as I think a lot of you guys know, an Amiga game that was redone for the PlayStation 4. It was, I think, when the PlayStation 4 was getting announced and everything, there was actually talking about this back then, and I think it took ages for it to come out, and it never got a physical release over here. So it's always been on my radar. Oh, it's not China, it's Korea. So it's a Korean exclusive as a physical copy, but I do believe it is all in English, even though the cover's all Korean. Let's have a look. Can't see, but I'm pretty certain someone said that is, unless it's another release and I've just picked up that one by mistake. But I'll give it a go, and if not, if I can't read it, I'll probably just download it and play it off there. Did I? I'm not too sure if I talked about this last time. This is again another one that I ordered, and it came from CX. So One Piece Grand Adventure. I know I picked up another One Piece game, so I think I might have shown that one last. But because this has taken a while to get this in this condition as well from CX, because it came first time it was bad condition. Next time it was all in Dutch or German or Italian. I can't remember which one now, because I think they have multiple regions on them on this one. So this is actually a British Spanish release, quick starting for 3 other different languages, but yeah, one that is getting quite tricky to get now. But on CX it was really cheap. One of them things that sometimes the harder to find games on CX seem to be really cheap. But yeah, fully complete, and I'm glad I stuck at it because it's really great condition. Really, I think I've just made more creases doing that myself. And limited run games. Not from Limited Run Games, but who was this one from? I can't remember. Strictly Limited, release number 12. Now this one looks amazing. It's it's really funny because there's a Megadrive game that's just been released called Tanglewood, and it reminds me so much of this, but this one looks so much better because it's that 16-bit graphics that Tanglewood has, but obviously reimagined for a more powerful console, so it does so much more. So I'm really looking forward to playing that one. In fact, I might even play that one next. Oh, and you get a nice little card to go with it. Honestly, I'm not right. I seem to be segueing into all the next games, and I don't know how I do it because I'm just literally just piled it on. But yeah, next one. Going for a bit of a foxy theme here. Titus the Fox, the mascot for Titus Software. Now, this is for the Amiga. Oh, no instructions. I thought I had instructions. I must have dropped them earlier. I'm sure it came with instructions. And I looked at it earlier. I've got to have a look back. But yeah, so I remember Titus games when I was originally playing the Amiga as sort of like not a seal of quality, but a seal of I enjoy these games. They're quite good. But going into the Super Nintendo, well, looking back at like what people say about Titus games, is they are like the LGN or like the terrible game. They make all the terrible games for 16-bit software. But I always had like a fond thing for them. I used to like their games. But yeah, so this is another platform mascot game. And what I remember, I don't think I played it that much, but I always remember it being quite good. And again, quite cheap, so it's always a bargain then. I remember last year I set myself to buy 1 or 2 Amiga games a month, and I stuck to that quite well. And this year I seem to be carrying on that little theme. I've not got enough space for any Amiga games, but they keep popping up every so often, especially like nostalgic ones and ones that I really want to play. So again, until I get the Amiga, I'm not going to start really collecting for the Amiga, even though I've got loads of games already. Right, back into the CEX finding. So part of the money went into this Dynamite Cop. So obviously you can see the price. I actually went to a store to pick this one up. So I went a bit of travelling, but I'm glad I did, because Dreamcast games just never in good condition. But this one, perfect. Disc, it looks like it's not being used. Case, great condition. Can't complain at that one. God, the thing is, I'm just scared of opening up Dreamcast games because they always break, don't they? But yeah, you got brand new looking manual. Oh, great condition. But again, like, even if it was missing or something, I wouldn't grumble too much, because I've not paid 38 quid what it says on the front there. I paid less than that. I probably paid like, on a good day that probably cost me about 3 or 4 quid. On a bad day, I try and like buy games for like 50% of like trade credit. So like I'll buy a game for £1 that'll trade in for 2 quid sort of thing, or £5 that'll trade in for a tenner. So on a bad day that would only cost me 20 quid. So that's why I like CX. A lot of people complain about it, but you've got to know how to use them. You've got to know that like it's not all about just going out and paying like the price on the sticker, because that's not what I do. I go out and go out, do a bit of work, go to the car boots, which even if I didn't come back with anything, I enjoy. So it's always a win-win for me. So going from the car boots, I'm going back to that original car boot that I spent a lot of money on. So this is the last game that was a bit average from there. I picked up, actually, I've not shown, I picked up a GameCube as well for like £1, and from the same store, it was just, so I picked up a GameCube, probably non-working because it wasn't in the best condition. It had like things missing, didn't have any cords, didn't have any controllers or anything, so I just picked it up just as, I don't know, I like to have like a bit of a stack of them sometimes. So yeah, in the same store, the guy had this, and I've not got this, and I was like really excited, opened it up, no disc. Manual, but no disc. So I asked him, would you just throw it in with the GameCube? And he said yeah. So right, if I ever find a disc, now I've got a full good condition copy actually, because the case itself isn't too bad. It's got a crack in the back, but I think I did that just carrying out all the stuff that I had that I took into CEX. Yeah, and the highlight from that car boot, I went there and there was a car parked up. It was already about half an hour into the buyers being able to come in, and this guy was in the middle of everything, parked up with a big like estate car, and I could see in it like boxes of a NES, SNES, Megadrive, all boxed up, Master System, all boxed, and I was like going to all the people that was in the stalls next to it, going, who's this guy? Who is he? I need to know. But no one seemed to know, and I was like, alright, so he's obviously some kind of reseller. He's going to be I've seen a couple of resellers at this car boot before, like randomly, but when they put stuff on, it's like, it's above eBay, and I don't know why they would do that. Who goes to a car boot with like 100 quid to go and buy a console, box console, when you could probably go on eBay and get it for like a little bit cheaper. But yeah, so I was already like overlumbered with like stuff anyway, and I thought, go round, and then I thought, last chance, I'm going to go around again, see if he's there. And as I got there, he was just opening up his stall, and he was bringing out crates of just amazing stuff. I couldn't believe it, and I thought, this guy's going to be selling stuff for like ridiculous amounts. But no, he was, well, he's a bit hit and miss on his prices. What he says is he's just started doing these stalls again. But he used to have an actual shop, and it closed in 2007, 2009. So got chatting with him for a bit, and it's quite interesting. He had English games, American games, Japanese games, everything, like every system back from the NES, SNES, and Nintendo 64. It was just incredible to see, really. It's nice to see, but it's just such a weird place to be at carboot selling all that stuff. So yeah, he kept bringing out these trays, mixed random trays with like random games in, but good quality games. First one isn't a good quality game, but it's a good one to have in my collection. PlayStation 1 game, the Help charity one, which has got Broken Sword, Road Rash, and Mist on it. Broken Sword is an amazing game, I've got to say. The rest, I've not actually played Road Rash on the PlayStation 1. It looks interesting, actually. It looks quite good at the back. It looks quite good. And Mist is a bit boring, innit, really, Mist. But again, it's another double case PlayStation 1 game, which again is another subset I'm sort of going for. So picked up that. I think that was like about £8 or something, which he wasn't selling things for £1, £2. He had prices which were pretty good at some of the cases. Next one, another PlayStation 1 game. I'm quite impressed by this one. Guardians Crusade. It's sealed. My first sealed PlayStation 1 game, and a bit gutted actually because I wouldn't mind playing this. It's an RPG, and this is weird. Like this has been on my radar for a while, and it seems to be people going, oh, it's a rare game, and then all of a sudden you can get them for like 10-15 £, like quite easily. It really fluctuates at the time of the year when people say if it's quite hard to get. But yeah, I think it's quite hard to get sealed. I think the seal's a bit damaged in a couple of places, which I think is just the way that he looked after, not looked after things, because he was going to car boots and he had a lot of sealed games, but people aren't in the market at car boots to buy sealed games because they come with a bit of a price. But this one I think is quite good. I've paid, well, £15. That's what he told me that he would charge me for it, so I think that's quite a good fair price for that. Next up, another sealed game, the Maverick Hunter. So this is Mega Man X remade for the PSP. It's an American copy, but again, this goes for quite some money, really. Even the American one, and sealed, I don't even know. I don't think I could see a sealed one. So I basically paid a bit less because he was going on eBay and he was looking for sold listings, and he was going for the least price one, and I think I paid £15 for that one, which I've seen it go for a lot more. And then the next one, the last one I got from him, Ninja Gaiden for the Master System. So again, going back into the Master System again. Great condition. It's got the instructions, even got the poster. Ooh, and I'm probably ruining it, making a bodge job getting it out. Yeah. So Sega Games Catalogue. The Ultimate Challenging Games. So Ghouls and Ghosts, that's on my radar next, I think. I need to have that one. It's a bit different than the rest. I think you actually had a double jump or something. There was something different. Actually, it looks like the person who had this before actually ticked off all the games that they had. So he had quite a good collection, actually. Columns, East, SWAT Game Ground, didn't have Moonwalker, Dynamite Duke, Altered Beast, Double Dragon. He didn't have Outrun, how dare he. No Wonder Boy 3, Dick Tracy, Psychic World, and Cyber Shinobi. He had quite a good collection of games. Oh, he had Gorvilius himself as well, and Ultimate 4. Ah, my kind of gamer. So yeah, quite impressed. Again, he gave me all these prices and he just bundled it all them 4 games up to £50. So couldn't grumble. And from that I've got quite a good contact, because he told me some prices of a few other games and I was like really interested in them, but they wasn't £15, 20 quid, it was a bit more, there was like 30 quid and a couple of them a bit more, and I couldn't spend all that money there and then, sort of thing. So I got his number, got his details and everything like that, and I arranged to go to the carboot again, and I missed him on that one, but I think I've actually gone and picked up all these games and I'm quite impressed by what I've got, so much so that I think they need to have their own video, because there is a couple of them, in fact there's 3 of them that's like holy grails, but all 3 of them are systems I don't actually own. So one of them I can play, well 2 of them I can play, but not, they are actually sealed, so I actually can't play them, but they are right what I need, what I like to collect for, the kind of games, so it's hopefully going to force me to get in something to play them with. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing that video, because I'm going to just do it a bit shorter, a bit more in depth, because I'm a bit worried about these long videos, because I know I like to binge on all you guys' videos. I love watching them all, but I don't know if everyone's got the same kind of way of watching videos as me. I get a chance to watch them at work, and I know a lot of people don't have time to watch videos, YouTube videos. So especially when they're talking about all this old crap that I keep getting. But yeah, 2 more things I've got. I got these from Amazon. This is what I got when I got my refund from that 360 game. I got this instead, which is the Tato Arcade Classics. So it's the Hardcore 101 Digest Volume 2 about the Tato Classics. And I thought I'd get these because I've been interested in these books, because I do like to read up about things. But yeah, this has got like all their stuff, so, well, not obviously all of it, because there's another volume, but it's really well done, all in colour. And I thought I'd get these 2 just to test it out. Just because the rest of them are a bit more than about 19, 20 quid, and these were like 10 quid each or something. And then Retro Horror, Guide to Retro Horror, Digest Volume number 3. So Ghoul Patrol there. Gargoyle's Quest 2. All great, but the thing is about these Hardcore 101 books, they actually are, I think everything you can read up online, but for me it's all about having that physical thing in your hand, all the artwork that's on it. I mean, it's, again, keep saying it, beautiful, I love it. So another good game. So yeah, if anyone reaches the end of this video, I'd like to see, I don't know if any of you have noticed, but I've been inserting, since I've been doing like the face-on videos, I've been inserting Amiga music, and I'd like to know, can anyone guess what the Amiga music is in this video? I don't even know what I'm going to put in this one yet, but I've put 2 different songs or tunes, theme tunes, in the last 2 videos as the intro and what plays throughout. Hides the Dog Wolfing, which somehow managed to do quite well. No woofing on this video, but I think I've tried doing this video about 3 times already because there was woofing. First one was someone knocking on the door for the post, so disturbed on that one. But yeah, tell me what you think, and so tell me if you know what the Amiga music is. So yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers, bye.